Alright, so this is the second part of the tutorial, and we'll begin straight away. There are two ways to do the first part of the stage. The first way is just start here and begin with a long jumping series up until to the point that you get to that womp here. I'm not normally doing this like I did just right now. I rather do something that is a bit slower, but still I would still say it's worth to actually do it like that. Yeah, I already triggered the checkpoint, so we're gonna get away from the level now, and I show my way how to do the first part. It's quite simple. So what I'm doing is getting to this point right here on the edge, just doing a backflip and spin to die here, and you will automatically get to the checkpoint up there with the thumb. If you get here, the thumb will shortly start to fall down, so you will need to be pretty fast actually, do a backflip and just run through the thumb. It will be like that. And you're behind him. There's also two ways to do that. You can now just go on the platform and it will activate itself, or you do a long jump and a spin to trigger the other gravity here. So the next part is get to the edge here and do a long jump, and you will automatically get to the other gravity. Here you can do a backflip to be a bit faster, and here immediately start a triple jump afterwards so you can get up here. And when you get the triple jump immediately, you will be at that time where the thumb already goes up again. While he's doing that, do a long jump like this, because you will get an extra height and an extra speed thanks to that, and then just do the last part normally with some long jumps. So you will actually jump over all the fire chains, and yeah, that's easier to do. If you don't get the triple jump to get on the thumb, it's still okay, you just need to do the whole part normally. But you can get some hits through the fire since it's a bit faster. So here at the beginning, Bowser will fall down, and before he starts shooting his fireballs, you must not jump, because the longer you're in the air at this time, Bowser will actually do nothing. He will just look at you like this. So don't jump in the beginning at all, because that loses time, because he's just watching you and not doing anything. So as I land on the floor now, he will start shooting fireballs or do the jump in the beginning. So I want to cancel that with a spin, but you need to look that you get the spin right in front of his face so that you fall down on the blue platform again, so he can immediately jump on the blue thing. So on the very first hit on Bowser, he will not get any speed at all, so you just get him with the first spin, do a jump and do a spin again. Just do a short jump so you can hit him with the second spin again. And yeah. So the next part is pretty interesting, because you want to get underneath his face and then let Mario look into the screen. Because if you look onto Bowser at this time and you do a short jump and a spin right after, you fall in front of the blue platform, but you actually want to fall on the blue platform underneath Bowser. So you will need to run under his face and turn around and watch and look at the screen. Because I will do a short jump and a spin immediately after, and I will land on the blue platform, so he will instantly jump on the glass again. So we're doing the same thing in the third part. Just go under him, turn around, do a short jump and a spin, and you will fall like this, so you can get him immediately again. And that's the first Bowser stage. Beach World 1 has one of the most important skips in the whole game, because it saves a lot of time, like extremely much actually. It saves, you can say, the whole level just with 2 jumps actually. And you're saving like 2 minutes instead of doing the normal way. So it's a really important skip, and you should learn that in the beginning already. Even though it might be a bit of a pain, but it's really important. So make sure to practice that. Okay, we're collecting some starbits here. And underneath the island. And we'll start with some long jumps. Up to here, where we start a triple jump and get up on the palm tree. So there is actually that way to get on the palm tree, just starting a triple jump about here. You can also just continue with some long jumps to get up here, but it's rather not recommendable, and get with a backflip up and do the same thing here. Sometimes you need the wall kick from here if you do the backflip, so just crouch down, make sure to put the control stick into down right and get up here. Sometimes you will need this wall kick right here, then just do it. But normally you will get up there without a wall kick. So, but there's another way to get up there. Instead of the backflip, you can start a triple jump here, which might be easier for beginners, and you're also up here. So there are 2 ways now to get up on the platform up there. You can start a triple jump about here and try to get up like this. This is not really recommendable, since it's a little bit random that you get up here or not. Sometimes you get easily up there, and sometimes you just don't get it at all. So it will be like this maybe. Okay. You actually wanted to start a wall kick. That's never happened before. Or you will just fall down like this. So the more recommendable way is to get up there with the waterfall here. So you start the triple jump at about this point, and sometimes you fall down. That can happen. Try to get as much speed as possible out of this triple jump, because you will need it. And you will also need the maximum height, because it's really precise. Okay, so the best thing to look at it is to start the triple jump at about this point here, because you will surely get up there then. If you get too far to the right, you will not get up there. You will just fall down. So really try to look that you get the triple jump at about this point. You will see it will work. Like this. Okay, that was a bonk onto the platform. I was a bit too far to the left. So that's also a thing that you should look at it. So we'll do the triple jump again here, and then we're up on that platform. So you should really try to get onto this part right here, because if you're a bit too far onto the front, you saw it there, you will slide down. You can sometimes save that with a sliding jump and spin, like we did on Honeyhive 1, but it's pretty hard to save that again. You see, sometimes it will happen like this, and you will just not make it. So really try to get on the central point on the stone platform up there. Alright, that's the whole thing. Yeah, and don't forget to do the spin at the maximum height of the triple jump afterwards. Okay, this is a start. I don't have to explain that much. We'll just jump into the water to do 2 spins to get up. Talk with the penguin and get the gold shell, and that's it. This is a very easy star, so should be no problem at all. Doing a special ground pound just to get faster underwater. Getting the shell with a spin. And holding A already so he jumps out like this. And it's done. So we'll go to Beach Ball 3 now. Throw the shell away and get it with a long jump. So now comes the maybe second hardest skip of the whole game. I will show you the normal way first, which is rather recommendable if you play with Mario, because doing the skip is just about 15 seconds faster each time you do it, and missing the skip costs you about 30 seconds, so it's not... the risk that you have there isn't actually worth to do the skip. That's why I'm showing the normal way first, how it should look like. And then the very hard skip. So you get here, just do a jump real quick, doing a long jump up to here, doing another long jump here, trying to get to this point right here before the form is here already. The thing is, if you do a long jump on the very edge of this platform, you don't need a spin to get up there. If you don't get it from the edge, just make a spin for sure. Because sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not. So try to do the triple jump from the edge. Okay. Then you just go over there. If that happens, maybe risk it to get the jump, the long jump to the other side, or just wait in the form to get through him. It's as you want. It's not really that much faster if you do the risky long jump there. So it will look like this, because the cycle is better now again. You can already do here a long jump to get past through this sky. That might be a bit precise, since you have to correct your direction pretty much, but it's quite easy to do. Right, now we're getting to the skip. The thing that you want to do is to get about at this point right here, so that you can actually get a wall kick from there. So what you want here is to do the long jump from about this point right here into this direction. Alright? So we're gonna do this. Do a little bit point forward and try to get the wall kick like this. So the thing is, it is a really precise jump. So you really need to get the long jump from the edge, from the very edge actually. I'll try to replicate that. You saw it like that. So it's a really precise jump, and you really need to get the timing for everything. You need also to get a really high jump, so make sure to press A as long as you can after the wall kick. You have it on the webcam now, how I put my controller while doing the jump and everything. So I would say just keep an eye on that, and try to do it. Try to repeat it like I showed on webcam. I think it's the best way to do it, because I can't really tell you anything else than that. Well, the most important thing is that you try to get the wall jump from about this edge right here that you see here. But even then, if you get it there, even then it happens to not work here and there. So as I said, it's not recommendable with Mario at all, since it doesn't save like 1 minute or so, and if you miss it once you already lose 30 seconds, which would mean that if you get it twice afterwards, you're just even and didn't save any time at all. Okay, that's the secret. We're going into the third mission. We're getting the first gel, doing a jump up there, doing 2 jumps to fix the camera, 2 camera changes to the right, and just look at the chest and he will automatically target the chest with the shell, so you can just shoot it. Here do the camera cancel, immediately start a triple jump up here and get the ice flower right afterwards. So it will look like this. Try to get the ice flower with a jump, so you can get an extra speed. Go in here, start a backflip right afterwards. Okay, it doesn't work right now. Okay, we're gonna repeat that. It's not how it should look like. So again, try to get the flower with a jump to get an extra speed. If you don't want that, just collect it and slide there. Okay, again, just doing a backflip immediately after you land. Doing a backflip to get up there. Collect the next ice flower. Let the Kayareya see you, and then just lead him up there, so you can get this. There's nothing much to say about that. Okay, Ghostly 1 can be pretty tricky. Especially for beginners. But I will try to explain the most important things again. So here at the beginning it's regardless if you run forward or backward to the star. Just get into it. So here at the beginning you can't do the camera cancel here, so just let it go. Do a long jump and destroy that, and then try to get the rainbow star while running, because you will keep that speed after you collected it. Then just keep running, just keep normal running. Do balance your direction and try to get this ghost, as I did right there, with a normal jump and a spin, and normally the ghost should be destroyed. After that, try to keep the running speed again. Collect this one, then this one. If you're fast enough, you can get up here to get this one and this fourth one too, still with the rainbow upgrade. But if not, then just collect it normally. The last one, try to get it with a triple jump here and a wall kick, and you will maybe get to the launch star already, but if not, then just do a backflip up again. So here you can collect some star bits. And now comes the hard part. As you land here, you will need to immediately start running to the right, do a long jump, already point at this star, at this pull star right here. You will want to pull it right before it leaves the screen, yeah? So I'll show it like that. Right before it leaves the screen you will want to pull it, and still hold to the right while doing the jump. So it should look like this. Then you will bonk onto that wall up here. But now comes maybe the hardest part for the most people. You don't want to let it go while you're already doing the first bonk, because it will look like this. You do the bonk here, you will fly down again, and as long as you hold the pull star up there, you will start to fly up again. As soon as he starts flying up, you will let the pull star go. Look, it should look like this then. Okay, thanks to the pausing I couldn't hold the pull star anymore. So doing the long jump. Now, you see, I have a bit of speed and flying up. That's the point where you want to let the pull star go, because you will fall down through the dimension then, and get up with a speed and clip into dimension. Now it was a bit too late for me to do the spin, so I actually clipped through the whole building instead of getting on the floor. It rather looks like this then. Wait, what? No, I'm so dumb. So I forgot one point, but you will see it right here. You will need to pull that star again, and then when you're on a good height, just let it go with a spin. That was the one part I was missing, why it didn't work before. So make sure to pull the upper star again when you got the flying up after the first bonk. So there are also two ways how to do it. First way is to do a long jump and talk to this guy, feeding it, and while he's transforming, talk to Luigi. Or you do long jumps just to Luigi, right straight, talk to him, and then feed the Luma normally. I'll show the first way to though. So you will want to feed him, and before you start shooting the last ones, don't stop it. If you don't get it, it's okay, just don't stop feeding him. But if you get the right timing, you can do it like this. You can already start the long jump while feeding him with the last part. So I'll do the long jump and feed him, and the cutscene will trigger while I'm already in the air. That's most likely what we want. Just getting here and do another long jump. Okay, just do another long jump up here and talk to Luigi. Get back, do a double jump up here and get into the launch star. So sweet, there isn't much to explain. Just keep attention to your floor and continue doing long jumps until you're at the end. Will look like this. Change the camera, change the direction. Keep doing long jumps. Long jumps, no backflips. So there's a thing, you can actually get up there with only a long jump, but this is only possible if you get the right distance. If not, you will just bonk into it, like I will show you. It will look like this, or like this, or like this. Okay, he barely still got it, but normally you bonk into this, so just make it rather with another long jump and a spin. So you make sure that you don't bonk into the last wall there. It's hard to show what you can do wrong. Okay, there is just a very short thing that I need to mention at Good at Luigi's star. Just start with normal running and do a triple jump like here. And if you get onto this point with the triple jump, just jump again as soon as you got onto this point, because you will automatically keep a little bit of speed and will land here. If you're not at a good distance, just do a spin and you will easier get up here. Should it happen that you fall down like this, for example, either do a wall kick and a spin to get up here, or just position yourself pretty near to the house, do a backflip and a spin and another jump and a spin, and you will get up here. Okay, next one is... So, there are also different ways to do this. I'll show you the two most important ones, which one of this is the fastest and the second one is very consistent and 100% successful skip. So, at the beginning of every race against a Comet guy, or a Comet Mario rather, the countdown will start. As long as the countdown is running down, you want to hold C, so Mario will actually position himself to start a sprint, and will look like this, and hold forward, and at this point, when the number 1 will disappear, you will want to press A at nearly the same time to start a special running. It's a really precise and short window that you have for this. It will look like this if you get it. Then just start long jumping. The first way how to do it is doing a long jump again, like in Honeyhive 1, if you don't do the skip here, and getting the star with some long jumps here, or I will show the other way too. You will want to fall down here and get a wall kick from here, and at about this point start a spin to get up here, and you will get the star. Who's not answering in chat? I can also answering like that. I mean, it's a tutorial, but it doesn't matter. People don't have to hear what I say if I'm not explaining anything. If they don't want to, at least, I mean. It's not like they must not hear it. Again, I would just recommend doing it like this rather than doing the skip, because the risk to do the skip, as I said, isn't worth if you don't want a perfect time. There's also not much to explain. I'll do it the fastest way it could be done, and we'll just explain the last part where you can actually skip quite a bunch of the level. This is also a very important skip at the end that you should learn as one of the first skips, because it's a very easy one and it saves you really much time. So getting into the bubble, going on like this. Getting here the last starship and turning around and get to the launch star. Oops. Camera cancel here, and as you land here, just start immediately a backflip to get up here. You don't have to be scared. This is quite a big platform that you have here. Quite a big space that you have here to land on. So don't worry about that backflip at all. The last part where you actually can stand is about here, as you can see, at about this point. So what you want to do is landing here, doing a backflip, doing the spin, get up here. Don't worry, you won't fall down. Run for a bit and do a long jump into this direction, and you will land here automatically at the star. As I said, a very important skip. Learn it first, it's not hard at all. I will show different ways how to do it. So we're doing at the beginning the same thing. Getting into the launch star. Just running here, doing a double jump and destroy this rock. And so now comes the tricky part. So you can either do it like this, do a long jump from the very edge of this point so you can get up here. Here you can get up with a backflip and a spin, or if you don't want to, you can also do a normal jump up here with a spin and get up here. And if you don't want to do something like that, just doing a wall kick and getting up here. So the next part is there is also a thing which is very hard to do and a thing that is kinda hard to do. The easier way to skip this part right here is to stand here on the edge, crouch and look into this direction, do a backflip and a spin to get up here. The ghost won't be there normally, so don't worry about that, and from here on you can just do a long jump up to here. The other way how to do this is, so you want to skip that coin, do a long jump from the very edge and do a spin at the maximum distance that we can get here. You will only get it by like this. So it is a very precise long jump. I wouldn't recommend it if you don't want to lose much time. So rather do the backflip thing with this platform up here and a long jump. It doesn't cost that much time. It costs maybe 2 or 3 seconds. So I would rather recommend the backflip version. So what you want to do here is you want to get the key, jump into the door that you can get the coin here. So at this point right here there is a possibility to get already from here on to the key on the top. So this skip is extremely hard though. It's as hard as I would say as Honeyhive 1. So I'm not consistent at it. I wouldn't recommend it only if you want the perfect time again. It's really hard to do, it's really precise, and if you don't get it you will die, or in the better end you will just fall down on this platform again. I will show it now. It will look like this. You do a backflip, do a spin from an invisible wall. If you miss it, that will happen. What you actually want to do on this part is, when you do the backflip from here and get up here, there is normally a door that you can't see right now, and you can actually land on that door. That is what we're trying to do, but which isn't that easy, unfortunately. I'll try to do it. It will look like this about, and you should normally do a long jump after this, getting the wall kick again from here, getting the key, and you will stand right in front of the star. I can only say that much to it. Watch the video, try to replicate it like I did it right here, which is also the easier one and not risky at all, because you can't die if you do it. So you will just want to wait until most of this level is finally existing. Do a backflip up there and start a triple jump up here to get the wall kick from this side, and you're done. The most important thing is already at the beginning, where you get into the cannon, and you just need to look where you have to shoot at, so that I can show it to you. You will just do a long jump up here and get into the cannon. So what you want is to get on that ship right here. There is a way to actually get already on this flying platform rather instead of getting on the ship first. I'll try to do that. That shot should be something like this. I might miss it. Oh, I actually got it. So it would look like this. I wouldn't recommend it at all. It's very precise too. So don't do it if you don't want a perfect time, because if you miss it you will lose quite a bunch of time. Okay, getting here, getting into the cannon. Just make a quick shot up to this area. Pull the star to not fly into death. And here you can just crouch and you will actually dodge everything, as you can see here. You will dodge the spider, you will dodge the bullets until you get to the end. Run on the bridge and get into the launch star. Or actually it's the sling star. And then just do the fight like this. Get the first one, jump and throw the shell. Again, jump and throw the shell. Get the next shell. Here just do the normal shot without jump. Here also a normal shot without jumping. Get this one and get the last shot, and the star will spawn about here. That's all that I can say to this. The only thing that is important right after the second Bowser Jr., don't forget to speak to Male Toad. So don't worry about that at all. So this guy will just, as you already know, you will just want to jump on it and spin right after him against the wall. There's nothing much to say, just follow the route that I will show and you will be fine. I will also shut down the stream real quick because I want the 30th star to be the last one on the second part of the tutorial, so it's not getting too much on one hand. Sometimes at this point the camera cancel works, sometimes not. I don't know what that actually causes, but it's like that. Again, as I said, just follow the route as I'm collecting those music notes there, and do just a ground pound to get the star. Okay, so that's the second part of the tutorial. That's stars 16 to 30. I'll immediately come back with the third part.